Welcome back to Summer by the Sea. I've got Fred the Flamingo here, and it's our last week of our series Summer by the Sea. Can you believe that? It's crazy how fast time is going, and how school is going to be starting soon. But before that, let's get started with our story. I think it has something to do about fishing.
The greatest miracle ever was that Jesus died on the cross for our sins to take the penalty that we deserved. But he rose from the dead 3 days later, and after that he started appearing to his disciples so that they would see that he was alive. One day Jesus' disciples were fishing out in the sea, and they weren't catching anything in their nets, but they heard a voice from the shore telling them to put their nets in the other side of the water, and so they did. When they did, they caught more fish than their nets could even hold. And then Peter, who was in the boat, realized it was Jesus who had been calling them from the shore, and so he jumped out of the boat and he swam to shore to Jesus, who was cooking breakfast for them. Jesus, I'm coming! When the disciples got to shore, Jesus was there making breakfast for them, and Peter was so excited to see Jesus. But the thing is, right before Jesus had died on the cross, Peter had denied even knowing Jesus 3 times. And so he felt guilty, and he was really upset and didn't know what to say to Jesus. But you know what Jesus asked him? He didn't ask him if he wanted eggs with his fish for breakfast, but he said, "Peter, do you love me?" And Peter said, "Yes, I do." And then Jesus told Peter to feed his sheep. So Jesus wasn't talking about actual sheep, but Jesus was giving Peter an opportunity for a comeback. He was saying, "I forgive you for forsaking me, for denying that you even knew me, and I want to use you to tell so many more people about Jesus." And Peter actually went on to tell thousands of people about Jesus. That's what Jesus meant by feeding his sheep. And that is such a powerful story about comeback.
I love it by the water. Jesus told so many amazing stories by the water. In our story today, we learned that everyone makes mistakes, but that doesn't stop you from doing something amazing for God. Just like Jesus gave Peter a second chance, he gives us second chances all the time. Did you know that Peter was the guy after Jesus went back to heaven that many people got saved because he was preaching? Don't worry. If you make a mistake, Jesus is so gracious to forgive you and give you a second chance. This week's Summer by the Sea, C is for comeback. Jesus gives us second and third chances, and he gives us all these chances when we mess up. We can always be assured that he will give us a second chance. And that is the word on the beach.
So for today's challenge, we're going to be playing a game of true or false. If we think the answers to the questions are true, we'll stand up. If we think that the answers to the questions are false, we'll sit down. Here's the catch. We won't even know what the questions are before we make our guess. So we're going to need your help. Comment in the chat and help us out and let us know. Here we go. Question number 1. In the story, the disciples were playing a trombone. True or false? The answer is false. Question 2. Jesus made the disciples breakfast. True or false? The answer to that one is true. Question 3. Matthew was sad for denying Jesus. True or false? The answer's false. It was Peter who denied Jesus, not Matthew. Question number 4. Jesus asked Peter, "Do you want bacon with your eggs? True or false?" The answer to that one is false. Question 5. Jesus gives us second chances. True or false? The answer to that one is true. Last question, question 6. Jesus wants us to fish for people. True or false? That one's true. Hey guys, so I lost the challenge really badly. That fish gave me terrible advice and I got every single one wrong. So that means that I have to spin the wheel of misfortune. Let's see what I get.